First headline. Don't do that to it. You know it can't live without an head.
I've got no idea. It could be about the French Revolution. It could be about anything.
I know what it is.
No, you think you do. But,
No, it's what I taught you. Is it the fact that cockroaches can live for 9 days without a head?
That's part of it, but it's something different as well. That's what I thought it'd be.
Okay, brilliant. So that's something to
next one. Do you won't work it out? If only it was raining.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Right.
And the last one. What's tomato with you?
What's tomato with you?
Yeah.
Look how pleased he is.
You're obsessed with puns, aren't you, at the moment, Kane?
It just works. I think it works.
Yeah. You love puns.
So there you go.
So which of those are you going to choose, right?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to choose. Don't do that. You know it can't live without an head.
Can we play a tune and we'll come back with that?
I reckon.
Find out what that is.
Yeah.
Wow, what a history lesson that's going to be.
Dandy Warhols and Bohemian Like You on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl, what's the story then?
Right. So what did you say you're going for? You've got your 3 titles, your 3 teasers.
Well, I think I'm going to go for Don't Do That to It. You know it can't live without an head.
I'm looking forward to this.
Right.
So this is educating Ricky, for those that have just tuned in.
Now, something that Ricky told me about when he was educating me was that a cockroach, if you cut its head off, it lives for a week.
Yeah.
Right.
And the only reason it dies is because it can't take on water.
Sure. It doesn't have a great time in that week, though, does it? I mean, it doesn't get much done, I don't imagine.
It just needs water, and because it can't find any without its eyes, it eventually dies.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
So what?
No, it's not. That's not. It's
Anyway.
it can't drink.
Anyway.
So have you heard that one about worms?
Okay.
Alright, I've gone.
If you cut a worm in half,
Yeah.
a lot of people have said in the past that it'll turn into 2 worms.
Right.
But that isn't actually true.
Okay. Who said that?
No, it used to be like,
Kids at school
they said it on, kids at school and stuff.
Yeah.
So that, a lot of people think that.
Don't pick him up on stuff, Steve. It's bad enough.
Sure.
So, but what they can do, if you get a worm, right, and you find out which end its head's at,
Right.
if you you've got its head there at the left-hand side, right, and if you sort of cut it in half,
Right.
but not in half, so there's more of its neck than the tail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bit that you've cut off will sort of die, and the rest of the worm will get better. So in a way, you can cut it in half, and it'll survive, but only one half will survive.
Okay.
Yeah? What have you learned there?
I wish you hadn't chosen that one.
I know, because it's not. There's nothing, is it?
Yeah,
You know that joke, how do you tell a worm's head from its eye? You put it in a bowl of flour and wait till it farts.
Yes.
Right? I told my mate that, right, and he went, what if it coughs?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, there is a bit of truth in that myth of cutting one in half.
Where did you get this information? I don't understand where you get this
That
information
was from the Fortean Times. It was like the myth about worms.
Yeah.
That was the big article that week.
Did it take you as long to read that article as it took you to tell us just then?
I like the fact that it starts off debunking a myth that we hadn't heard of anyway.
Exactly.
You know the big thing about cutting a worm in half and making 2 worms? No. Yeah. What's the other one?
It's not the thing to do either, by the way. Don't go doing it.
No. It's not very nice.
But,
It's cruel.
but it can get by
and
if
it's
you do.
pointless.
Yeah.
There's no scientific worth
Yeah.
in that.
Well, there you go.
Okay then.
So the others now, you see
What's the
what I
others?
do. No,
What's
I'll
the
tell you
others?
the other titles. You're not having them yet. That's the whole idea of this. People will be driving or about to go out doing the shopping. They'll think about that now.
What was the other 2?
Well, the other 2.
They won't think about that. They've forgotten
No,
that.
they will. They will.
No, they've forgotten that already.
If only it was raining. And what's tomato with you?
Right, you've
I'm
got
looking
tell-
forward to that one.
No, you've got to tell me tomorrow with you.
Look what's happening. You see, you already want more education, and this is what listeners will be doing.
I tell you, I wish you were a teacher. I so wish you were a teacher.
Do you know what I mean? Kids would be saying, I know it's 3:30, but I don't want to go home. I want more.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing with you. I'm teaching you.
Why are you
Sticking in
teaching
information.
me things about not to cut worms in half and what's tomato with you? Please tell me what's tomato with you, Carl.
In a bit.
No.
In a bit.
Rick, I'd say he's thought the show through. He's
Yeah.
teasing the audience. You're excited. They're listening.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So listen, I think we should all, because we got your competition to squeeze in. We got all these great goodies. Let's not
This is
forget.
amazing.
Hello, Children of the Corn.
I do feel
We gotta
slightly
do that
guilty
away
that,
before
that now this is Carl Pilkington show. I don't think we should have our names involved. It's not fair, is it? And I think we should give Carl the money.
I don't want my name to this. It's a Ricky Gervais show. Yeah. Right, the quiz.
Yeah.
Will we get that out of the way because they've only got an hour to start.
Don't you worry about that, Carl. I've already got this one. I'm thinking on your terms now. Let's play a tune. We'll come back with the big competition information. All right. Money Mark. We got a classic from Money Mark from his album Push the Button. Play that, Carl. And afterwards, are we excited? You got the competition. Look at his face. He's so excited now. He's thought this through.
He's loving it.
Rockbusters.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
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 Should we do that?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Go on. You're rejuvenated, are you?
Yeah, let's
You're
go
feeling
for it
okay?
now. Let's
Second hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hangover finished with?
Yeah.
It's all done?
Done. Done. Had some water.
Excellent. That'll often sort it out.
Yeah.
Well done.
Flea is the best way.
He's just had an argument with a punter. Someone called up and said, I don't think a flea's very good. How would the flea know? Tell him what he said. He said, how would the flea know what train to get on? He went, he gets to Houston and look at the timetable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he went, we're not going to agree on this. He got annoyed at him because the bloke said he'd be better to be a wasp.
Yeah.
A wasp would not survive, would it, on, you know, a Virgin train or something? So,
Why wouldn't it?
it just wouldn't because people, and that brain would never get to his body, so...
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it is quiz time.
Hey! This is what we've all been looking forward to.
Go on. Do you want to tease them with the prizes?
No. Not really, because they might not bother phoning in. Or it's not a phone, or is it? It's email.
Alright.
Okay, well, a quick reminder then, we've got to the office. I don't want people to think that we'll just keep plugging the office DVD. We've got nothing else to give away.
No one gives anything away.
No,
Those
that's
are just
why.
hanging around in Carl's little room.
Did you get a guy from HMV just to did you get a guy just nick these from HMV? and carry
The
them out?
beard and the ponytail.
Was that the
Yeah.
story? So we got the Office DVD, obviously. We got the remix, XFM's remix album, Volume 2. That's sort of remixes of various tunes. Quite a good little compilation album here. One of those kind of the best Coldplay, Travis, Oasis, blah 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 blah, blah albums in the world
Excellent.
ever. And
Let's take some of them, 'cause there's nothing in the library.
exactly. Have a look on there. See what you
4
can see.
Alanis Morissette, 9 Catatonia. I just counted, didn't that?
But the big one, the big star prize that you're all playing for is, of course, the DVD widescreen version of Children of the Corn, Stephen King's horror film. Lest we forget, it's got Peter Horton as the star. so look forward to that. We're going to give Shadow away separately, are we? We're going to give it separately.
Yeah.
We'll give away the DJ Shadow tickets at a separate.
Right, so we're playing for those DVDs and CDs, and what
It's
we're
an
gonna
email
do-
competition. Don't bother phoning in.
email, yeah, the phone lines are lighting up a bit, so put the phone down, get the computer started up,
Yep.
and it's ricky.gervais@xfn.co.uk if you know the answers to these, right? And the way it works, we did it last week, but if you didn't hear it, I'll give you some initials and like a bit of a cryptic clue. So, and you work out who the band is or the artist. Right? It's always a band or an artist. It's not any TV programs and that. So say like last week we had S, didn't we? And it was better than the average homeless person, and that was Supertramp. Right. So it's not always XFM music. It can be anything. And there's 3 of them.
We've got to get all 3 of them.
You've got to get all 3 and email in.
How long this intro so far has taken.
Yeah, but here we go then. Right. First initials, LR.
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 Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And the cryptic clue is,
You should have thought it through. You should have thought it out before you came in.
Yeah, cryptic clue.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'll take that book to the toilet with me.
I'll take that book to the toilet with me.
Yeah.
LR.
LR.
I'll take that book to the toilet with me.
And don't shout out if you know the answer, 'cause...
No idea, Carl. No idea.
Right, okay, so there's 1. Right, the second one, FL.
FL.
This one's actually been emailed in as a suggestion.
Okay.
That person who's done that, don't email in, because you're disqualified from the comp. So...
I'd love him to be a teacher.
So-
it'd be great, wouldn't it? Just to see him one day. Can't we do that? Can't we get you a placement somewhere for you to teach history to sort of like 14-year-olds?
I think science, Rick.
Science would be good. Yeah. I'll tell you what. You got a lot of. Just quickly for me, Carl. Explain. Say. What can we get into explain that everyone learns as a kid? Science.
Photosynthesis.
Alright, so FL, right? FL are the letters, and the cryptic clue, blow the candles out before you eat the cake.
Blow the candles out before you eat the cake.
Yeah. Blow the candles out before you eat the cake. The letters there, FL.
Right. We've got LR, we've got FL.
Yeah. And finally, the third one, NS.
Hang on, how many have they got to get?
3. Don't worry, there's no more after this, Rick.
Right? NS. How can I wash up in something shaped like that? Right? That's one of mine. So very quickly recap, just in case I missed any. LR is the first one. LR. I'll take that book to the toilet with me. Cryptic clue. We had FL. Blow the candles out before you eat the cake. And the final one, NS. How can I wash up in something shaped like that? If you think you know the bands, you just email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. You win the DVDs, the CDs, and that's it.
He's great, isn't he? I could sit here and watch him all day do this. Wow.
So ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
And we'll give the answers out just before, we finish, because then we'll keep them locked.
Alright.
Carl, just briefly, this is module 4A, natural history. Yeah. Just briefly explain evolution. So, no, natural selection, origin of the species, Darwin. Just briefly describe.
That's the monkey thing. It is, isn't it?
Oh, well done.
Yeah, go on.
Tune, Carl.
What do you fancy playing?
Rick, I know you're always keen to rejuvenate the reputations of certain artists when you think maybe they've been kind of unfairly treated in the history of rock and roll.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a band I've always thought has been treated badly.
Yeah.
The Lemonheads.
You're on.
You with me?
Yeah.
Lemonheads, if I could talk, I'd tell you.
Yeah.
He wrote some good little tunes, Evan Dando, before he went to the potty.
What would you rather have, right? Carl, would you rather have a lemon for a head, a radio for a head, what other band is there with something head?
Radiohead. Oh, you've done that.
Yeah. Or a talking head.
Right. Third one.
No, but you don't know what. No, because you've got you, and then you've got someone else's head on top, and it doesn't shut up. It's my head. It's my talking head coming out of your head. Yeah. So a radio head, just a radio head, and you can tune in, right?
You know, you said there, Carl, that wasps were one of the most irritating things on the planet. Can I offer another suggestion?
Yeah.
You with me on that?
I am
No,
today.
go on then. Okay.
Educating Ricky, we got 2 left, don't we? I'm looking
We've
forward
still
to
got
this.
2 more. We've still got If Only It Was Raining, and What's Tomato With You?
I'll tell you what, I wish the listeners could see how happy he was when we started getting emails coming in.
Oh yeah, people, they're flooding in actually.
Yeah, and he's so happy. He started dancing along going, well, that proves it's a good competition, he said.
Look at that, look at that, mate.
What?
There's
Look
loads of
at
people
that.
emailing there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what it is, Carl. It's not the competition. It's this, Children of the Corn. Widescreen DVD.
Next week, some staples and pencils.
I'll tell you what.
A piece of carpet.
Tell you what, right?
What?
Now we've got them and they're staying. Something we've still got to do
Yeah.
is
He is running the show now. He's doing well, isn't he? Because I've done nothing. I've done nothing towards this. I'm coming up my hangover a little bit, if you're worried.
new feature
Yeah.
called That Song's Got a Good Story in It. And
Brilliant. I love your catchy titles. They're excellent.
Right, and the idea was it was a story in a song, which meant that if it was played on the radio, you couldn't just like fade it out because you've got to have the full story.
Yeah.
Right. Well, last week we started the feature with Stevie Wonder, Living for the City.
Yeah.
Right.
But you played the version where it fades out.
Yeah, I didn't know there was more to it. So Steve told me what album it was on.
Yeah.
I've gone and got it. We've got the second half to that story
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
So you've got half the story. What was it? What had happened is like the lads living in Mississippi. There's not much going on there.
Mississippi. That's someone off Rainbow's mum.
Yeah.
Living Mississippi.
Yeah. His dad's his man was a cleaner.
Yeah.
Trying to get by. They didn't have a great life, but they still looked after the kids and stuff. There's more to it than that.
Have you got it ready?
There's more to it than
I'm
that.
ready.
I should hope so.
We'll probably do it at about 1:30.
So look forward
Okay.
to that. The second half
got
of
that.
Stevie Wonder's Living for the City a week later. I love a show that's carefully planned. So listen, I
This isn't the show. This isn't the show. This isn't a radio show. This is.
I don't know what this is.
No, I don't know what it is. We just might as well start banging tambourines and it's ridiculous. This is rubbish, right? But wait, like, some people emailed in, put him in a wheelie bin, went to Blackpool, right? Some people emailed in the songs with stories in, and one of them was Babushka, and he went, what's that? And I went to ask Katie Bush, what is it? I said, it's about a woman who dresses up as another woman to seduces her husband. He went, it wouldn't work. Just dismissed it like that. Why didn't you think it would work?
Because you'd know. I mean, say like, right, Suzanne, right, who I go out with, right? She can see me from, say, if I'm coming down the high street.
Yeah.
She knows it's me by the way I walk.
Right.
So, just the fact that this woman went and put a wig on, there is no...
You haven't even heard the song!
I know, but you're saying that she put a disguise on, and he's like, oh, I fancy her, and he takes her out, and he doesn't know it's his missus. I just...
You're not buying it.
I mean, I'm controlling this
Whereas
feature.
the flea with your brain going to Glasgow, perfect sense. Yeah, Babushka, rubbish.
Carl, can we have the tomato story after the next tune?
Yeah,
Bit of Coldplay.
Yeah, love it.
yeah. Coldplay, The Scientist on XFM 104.9. Right, competition, isn't it?
No, it's Educating Ricky Part 2.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I wasn't even listening. He's doing all the work, I wasn't even listening. Oh, and he spilled some water on that. Right, what's this one again then?
Right,
What's the teaser headline?
teaser headline is, What's Tomato with You?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Brilliant. How excited were you when you came up with that? You couldn't wait to come in and tell us, could you?
I think it's a good one because you won't forget it now, will you? I mean, like the worm one. What's so special about the worm?
You know, a lot of people think that if you cut a worm in half, two worms will grow, but no. What happens is if you cut the head end slightly nearer the tail than the tail will die, but the worm with the head will be okay. So, it's exploded a myth and taught me something.
Right, so, the second one, part 2 of Educating Ricky. What's Tomato with You?
Yeah.
What this one's about is, ages ago...
It's scientific.
There's never a date.
There's never a country, location. Okay, settle down, children. No, this is A-level history. Right.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. When a mental place with swords was a king. Forget his name, but he was a loony. So, and it was literally ages ago.
Yeah.
So, good luck in the exam. Yeah.
Right. So, like, you know, alright, many years ago.
Oh, yeah. Cleared that up. Go on.
They thought tomatoes were poisonous. Right?
Okay.
Because what
Hold on, are they going to be proved wrong at the end of this story?
Well,
Because I don't want to give away the ending, but is it something to do with are they poisonous tomatoes?
no.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
I don't believe it.
Go on.
They're going to be eating tomatoes all this time.
Oh, Steve, what's tomato with you anyway?
Okay, so wait a minute.
what's
Let's just
tomato with
recap quickly. Many years ago, when people thought tomatoes were poisonous.
Yeah.
Go on,
Well, they didn't know they were poisonous then, because they were still eating them. But what was happening?
Well, they're not.
But they're not poisonous.
But hang on a minute.
Alright, let's not. I'm just going to listen. I'm not even going to talk.
I'm not going to tackle it
So,
anymore.
if you remember, years ago, they didn't have, like, pottery plates. they had lead plates, right?
What are you talking?
Just let him talk.
Sorry, what year is this?
Let him talk.
Come on.
Plates made out of lead, and what they'd end up doing, they'd say, right, do you want a tomato? And they'd go, yeah, alright. And they'd put the tomato on the lead plate and cut it, and because of the acid in the tomato, right, it would sort of make the lead runny, and the lead would go into the tomato, and they'd say, oh, it's lovely this, and they'd be eating it, they'd get food poisoning, lead poisoning, what have you, and they'd be really ill. So they thought tomatoes were poisonous, so they didn't eat them for many years.
And when
then
you say
someone
they,
said,
do you
this
mean
didn't
the
happen.
people of Narnia?
Yeah, this didn't happen.
Where was
Carl.
this happening?
Sort of in Britain and that.
You put him on the spot there. Oh, I hope there's no uppity pupils at this school when they go, what do you mean, sir? Oh, if you're gonna... Oh, I'm fed up with you.
Do you understand?
No.
So the
No, you've got... No, right, okay, first of all, Carl, where'd you get this information from?
Where did
14
I get
times
that?
as well?
Do you know?
You can't remember.
I don't know where I got that from. I don't know where I got it from. But why don't you think that makes sense?
But what? Someone once got lead poisoning from a tomato?
Not just one, loads, and then all of a sudden... No.
Why is this educating me?
Because I'm telling you that tomatoes, you
I
eat them.
can't take anything away from this. I don't know what to take away from this. What have I learned? What have I learned? Don't mix lead with tomatoes. Why is this educational in any shape or form? What are you telling me? A long time ago in the land of Glunk, right, where the ninnies did slib, right, they thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate plates of lead. What are you talking